guys, and welcome back to another episode of Deck Tech. So today we're talking about Aeve Storm. It's a commander deck or EDH deck. Specifically, we're going to be talking about how to draw your whole deck. Okay, so draw your deck. That's how you win. And yeah, so Aeve is going to be a Storm commander, and it's not a Storm deck though. In terms of Storm as a keyword, it's more the way that the deck is played. So there's going to be a lot of ETB, a lot of casting, and therefore that means that there's gonna be a lot of ways to storm out regardless of whether it's with the storm keyword or not. So without further ado, let's get into it. First of all, on this left side we have what I like to call quantity draw, and on this right side I like to call this quality draw. Okay, so this is the quantity that you draw, or that you draw for a certain quantity. For example, these cards draw for the power of the creature, and Shamanic Revelation draws for the amount of creatures you have. It's all quantity. And then these give you a draw if it's a creature. So if it's a creature that is 4 or more, 3 or more, 3 or more, 3 or more. No, this is just whatever, and then it has to be non-token. This is if it was cast. Okay, this is 3 or more. Okay, so they are like, you have to qualify for them. So the quality is they have to be creatures, they have a certain power minimum. These ones are you're gonna draw a lot depending on the power that you have, and that's what the dynamic of these left and right sides are. So that's what they do basically. And then on the top we have a single draw, which is an odd card, but if you can find a way to bounce enchantments back and forth, then the Kenrith's transformation is actually going to let you draw every time you bounce it. So yeah, you are enchanting a creature, but it loses abilities. Then when you bounce it, it regains them all. That doesn't matter. What matters is you get to play it again and draw a card. So it's a draw for 2. And last but not least is something that I know I've been told a few times, but I really don't think it's such a big deal. It's the Guardian Project. This is another one of those quality draw cards, but I know that it's a nombo with Aeve. Honestly, I do know, but the problem is there's like 30 creatures in this deck, and Aeve is just one of them, and Aeve is not the centerpiece of this deck. Therefore, that means that even though Aeve will activate all of these, even though every other creature will activate all of these, this will be activated by all the creatures except for Aeve. That means that it is still a really good card, and it is still very useful. If I were to take a card out from this whole field that you see, it would probably be if it was another functional copy. So let's say a card that says whenever another creature with power 3 or greater enters the battlefield, or 2 or greater enters the battlefield, and I would be taking out Garruk's Pack Leader because it is susceptible to creature removal. Or I would be taking out Rishkar's Expertise because it is a 6 cost. If there were to come out another card that says draw equal to the greatest power, okay? So that's what would go first rather than Guardian Project, which is a 4 mana card that is going to keep drawing you as long as you play anything that is not Aeve. And Aeve, like I said, not the centerpiece. So you're going to be playing a lot of other things. Aeve is a great card, it's a good creature to play, but it is not the main line strategy. Therefore, everything else will be played more than Aeve. And if you play Aeve and you play Food Chain, you're just going to win. You don't need the Guardian Project abilities, okay? So they are mutually exclusive, yes, but that doesn't matter. They are all really good cards, really efficient draw. So I suggest you play them. You can play maybe for quantity, maybe for quality. It doesn't really matter. They're all great draw spells. And beware that if you deck out for some reason, instead you can just have abundance, okay? So if you have abundance, your draw triggers will change from draw to look at the top of the deck, and then put it into your hand, and you may do so, okay? So because you may look after you choose whether it's land or non-land, you may look, and then that counts as not drawing. So if you are out of a deck, this actually saves your butt, okay? So yeah, Abundance is a very weird card. It's a 4 mana card, but it's actually saving you from decking out in all these instances. So I hope you enjoyed that, and yeah, I don't know if you've actually seen these in play. Most of them are pretty popular, and they are very high power. They're super explosive. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, as well as like, share, and subscribe, and follow for more. Okay, so I will see you on the next one. Peace out.